I just want to start a new series with you guys where we're going to review and relook at some of the characters as we're ranking everyone up to master. And the very first character I started Street Fighter 6 with was Honda, if you don't count the betas. We could talk about anything you guys want. You guys can talk about the balancing, the tier list, how fun it is to play or not fun to play. Everything you guys want to talk about. What are your guys' thoughts on Honda right now after 3 months in this game? And we're gonna go across all the characters again. Just to start things off, I still think Honda is the #1 easiest character to play and win with, and still probably one of the best characters to start this game off with. Honda's game plan is very simple. Everyone knows about it. His headbutt is still crazy good. The butt slam headbutt flow chart is still very, very powerful, and anyone can get random out at any rank. A bronze Honda would be able to random me out if my perfect parries are not on point.
Guys, you know what's coming next. That's right, guys. You knew it. He knew it. I knew it. We all knew it.
And one thing that's really unique about Honda, I think, guys, is that Honda is one of the few characters in this game that no matter what your skill level is, if you're playing against a Honda player and you don't know the matchup or you have limited knowledge on how to stop Honda, you're gonna lose. You're more than likely gonna lose. So I think Honda's kind of cool because he forces you to start learning matchup stuff. You know, like usually people don't learn matchups until way higher rank. You know, like most of the time you're too busy learning your own character. But when you play against a Honda, you need to have at least very basic knowledge on how to stop his headbutt and his butt slam, or you're done, right? You're screwed. And I think that's interesting. And I wonder what Honda's win rate is. It's probably massive. Even though you guys like make fun of Honda and say he's like a free ticket to master rank, you know, he's a scrubby character. I mean, he is a scrubby character, but he's really fun in this game. I really like his design. And like I said, I think he's a good starting point to kind of get your feet wet in the game. And then you can start learning other characters and see what it's like. The only hard part about Honda is if like you don't like charge characters at all. Like some people just don't like charge characters. Some people find them harder. Capcom considers charge characters easier to play than motion characters, but some people disagree with that. And I can see it both ways.
I know he's gonna think about level 2 super. That's what I would do. He's not gonna expect the OD butt slam though. Watch.
Why do you guys think we don't see Hondas that much in tournaments? Like, we talk about how easy this character is to play, how scrubby he is, but why don't we see him in tournaments? Like, why don't we see him in the pro play? What's keeping this character down? In tier list, we have him in the same tier as characters like Ryu or Manon, because pros have too much honor. He's kind of got a one-note game plan. He is pretty linear. Honda does have some sauce though. His headbutt, you can mix up the light and heavy. You can change the trajectory of the butt slam and the speed by the strength. And Honda, actually, this character's got a really good drive rush. It's one of the faster ones. And once Honda's in, he's got some really good buttons. Probably the best. You guys would say Honda's got the best crouching light punch in the game? Probably. It's 4 frames. Easy to confirm. Honda players don't even press throw. Every time I go against a Honda, he never throws. He only presses crouching light punch whenever you get close. It's quite good. Luke, yeah, Luke's is really good too. But I'm pretty sure Luke wouldn't mind having Honda's crouching light punch in his kit. And then of course we always have the threat of the butt slam. So it's just really difficult. Because if the Honda player mixes in the drive rush and the butt slam and the headbutt, then you're in trouble. And then Honda kind of has this where he starts using the hands. So he uses the hand buff. Then it opens up the character a lot more, where he's got some really cool combo strings that he can go into and just interesting whiff punish stuff that he can do. Really cool drive rush confirms, if I even remember them at this time. Good corner carry as well. When I first saw Honda from the trailers, I thought he was gonna be pretty bad because I'm like thinking in my head, I'm thinking drive impact. I'm like, oh no way, drive impact and parry, it's gonna beat butt slam and headbutt, no problem. But Capcom figured out a way where, like, you know, headbutt, you have to press DI so early, otherwise Honda's gonna DI you back, and Honda does so much damage. Whenever he combos into his level 3, you lose so much health. It's very, very strong. There was also a bug too. Honda was gaining more drive gauge, I think, on his level 3 than normal, but they fixed that. Like I said, you can perfect parry him, but you can't perfect parry him like every time. It is tough. I just think in tournaments, I think maybe against pros, you know, like there's other options to stop headbutt. The pros know many options, and maybe pros just don't use him because he's just kind of unstable. But I always think he'll be relevant in rank. But you know what? I haven't seen too many Hondas lately. He's not that popular of a character. Like I see way more Marisas than Honda and way more Blancas. But maybe that's because there's just not as much influence. You know, we don't have like there are some pro players that use Honda, but there's not enough to pave the way, like winning tournaments and people be like, oh, I'm gonna play Honda. This character is so cheap. Because there's $1 million on the line, everyone's going to use really strong characters. But we have some low tier characters that are doing well in tournaments, like Kimberly. We have some surprises. Look at Manon. She's one of the most popular pro characters. Like a lot of pro players dropped her recently, even Lily. But we just seem to see no Honda. I don't know if it's because of the stigma of using Honda, or he's just not that reliable in the highest level of play. Honda's got some obvious weaknesses too, though, right? His OD headbutt, it's not throw invincible, so that hurts him. And his level 1 super is really good as a reversal, but it's not projectile invincible. So there are some setups against that. And once you smother Honda, he does have some problems. You guys think that Honda will be nerfed? I see a lot of players mention that they think his butt slam is a little too powerful because it's plus on block. Because of right here, the +1 and then in command grab range. You guys think that even though Honda is a very strong character online and in ranked, because we don't see enough representation for him in tournaments, you guys don't think he should be nerfed? You guys don't care about Honda players randoming people out and destroying everyone online? Tournaments are the only thing that matters? Is that what you guys are saying? I mean, it's not like he's Abigail. He's not that crazy. Once again, it's kind of funny because we say he's so strong, but he's still considered low tier by many players. And if you nerfed him in any way, it would really hurt the character a lot. Like if they made his headbutt recovery longer so you can DI him every time, it would just kill the character. Or if they made his butt slam not plus anymore, that would hurt the character a lot. If anyone got destroyed by a Honda player, we'd all have to put up our hands. Everyone has experienced it. I guarantee you, including pros. Everyone has gotten destroyed by a Honda. It doesn't matter how good you are. If you start nerfing characters that are strong, that are not popular, you're going to make players gravitate towards the characters that are already strong and popular. So, for example, we have 1 million JPs and Kens. You're just gonna create more Kens and JPs. Like if there's a tournament going on and we see a Honda player, I'm gonna get hyped. Wouldn't you guys get excited? Because it's like he's like the underdog. We don't see it that often. Kind of same thing kind of happened to Kimberly. I get excited when I see Kimberly now. Who was the scrub killer in Street Fighter 5? It was like Abigail and Honda and Bison. I do still think he's really fun to play. He is a little bit linear, but I'm seeing some cool setups now with the hands and the buffs and using the drive rush. He's still like a very effective bully character. I think they did a great job with him. What would you guys give Honda's design though, out of 5? How well they did? Look at the history of Honda from Street Fighter 2 and look how he ends up in the year 2023 in Street Fighter 6. Honda's come a long way. I think they did a great job. I've given him a 4 out of 5 as well. He tilts me because it's way more effort to play against Honda than play as Honda. Yeah, exactly. He is one of those characters. That's the sign of a bully character. That's part of his design. But the payoff is that yes, it takes more effort, but once you do know how to shut down Honda, then it's up to the Honda to know how to deal with that too. He has to play extra hard as well if you know how to beat his like linear play style. Because you guys see when we fight against a Honda and we perfect parry him down, they basically just crumple and fall apart. You know, we just keep back throwing him to the corner. They'll do the obvious wake up OD, and that's as far as they go. So I think that's good design. Another really big reason why Honda is such a great character for beginners or people starting out is because his 2 core moves are so multi-purpose. Like his headbutt, it's a great attack, good bully move, but it also just so happens to be an anti-air, and it just so happens to also be his reversal. You can pretty much use it in every single situation. Oh, I'm getting pressured, OD headbutt. If I need to attack and go forward, headbutt. If the opponent's full screen, headbutt. If they jump in on me, I use headbutt. It's just so easy for anyone to understand. Butt slam is the same thing. It's just a different trajectory, right? Are they in the air? Butt slam. Do I need to get in and, go across the screen? Butt slam. Do I need to get out of the corner butt slam? And then there's OD butt slam on top of that. So his kit is like really underwhelming, but like underwhelming in a good way, where you could just use these 2 moves and that's all you need pretty much. I think if you want to make things a little bit more simple, you're having problems learning Street Fighter, I think you should definitely check out Honda. Give him a chance. He's got a bad stigma behind him, but he's a lot of fun to play. We don't need more Honda players. I think we do. We need to see him more in tournaments.